Lightworker of Gaia, the heart of a powerful and attractive person, is turning toward you with a recognition neither of you can easily dismiss. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy. Your ancestral codes are stirring because this connection carries more than attraction. It reflects a purpose your soul agreed to remember. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize your ancestral mission and anchor your Lightworker purpose on Gaia. But here's the first revelation. You are not being called to chase this person. You are being called to stand fully within your original blueprint, so the love aligned with your path can meet you in truth. The Keepers of Vega placed this message before you because your soul remembers the first light. If this resonates, like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council, I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission and you're ready to fulfill your purpose on Gaia. You are awakening because your mission has begun. You don't need to be convinced, your soul already knows. If something shifted in you, if you felt the weight of purpose pressing against your chest, if something inside you said, "Finally, someone is telling me to move," that is your confirmation. The Lyran Elders have prepared this for you. The Lightworker Mission Codex with 33 directives, 5 activation codes, and the authorization your soul has been waiting for. It is not a course. It is a commission. The link is in the first pinned comment below this video, placed there by the same divine timing that brought you here. Remain present now, because the emotional charge surrounding this connection is not the entire message. It is only the doorway. The attraction, the attention, the unusual pull you have felt toward this person may be showing you something, but the Council requires you to understand what it is showing you before you give it a name. Sometimes the soul places a mirror in front of you through another person. What feels like longing may also be recognition of a quality you are being called to reclaim in yourself. What feels like destiny may be an invitation to awaken, not necessarily a promise that this individual will remain beside you. There are encounters that arrive to soothe the heart, and there are encounters that arrive to awaken authority within the heart. This person may be drawn to your presence, your energy, your voice, or the way you carry something they have not yet learned to carry within themselves. They may sense the stillness beneath your strength, the wisdom beneath your silence, or the spiritual fire you have protected through seasons that would have caused another person to collapse. But the purpose of this recognition is not to make you abandon discernment. It is to teach you the difference between being desired and being honored, between being noticed and being truly met, between emotional intensity and a connection capable of becoming stable, mutual, and real. Scripture says that a tree is known by its fruit, not by its promise, not by its appearance in one season, and not by the beauty of a single blossom, but by what it continually produces. The same is true of every connection that approaches your life. Look at the fruit. Does it produce peace, truth, patience, courage, and mutual care? Or does it produce anxiety, secrecy, obsession, and the constant need to interpret? A meaningful connection can challenge you, but it should not continually draw you away from your center. The Council has reviewed the energetic patterns surrounding this moment, and the guidance is being released because too many Lightworkers have mistaken attraction for assignment. They feel a powerful pull and immediately begin surrendering their standards, their time, their peace, and their identity to the person who awakened the feeling. This is not the path of an activated being. You are not being asked to chase, convince, monitor, or energetically carry another person into readiness. You are being asked to remain sovereign while allowing truth to reveal itself through consistent action. You are not responsible for holding the torch while another person decides whether they want to warp toward the light. You are not required to become a spiritual nurse for someone who refuses to examine their wounds. Compassion may allow you to understand their fear, but wisdom will still ask whether their fear is harming you. The awakened heart does not close itself, but neither does it confuse endless endurance with unconditional love. The person who is drawn toward you must still choose integrity. They must still communicate clearly. They must still show up in the physical world with behavior that can support the feeling they carry. The Elders do not authorize you to turn silence into a promise or potential into a commitment. You may honor the connection without inventing evidence. You may recognize a soul resonance without excusing confusion. You may feel that someone sees something rare in you while still requiring them to demonstrate that they are capable of treating that rarity with care. This distinction is essential. You have not come here to become emotionally available to every person who is magnetized by your light. Your frequency will attract attention from people who are ready to meet you, people who are curious about you, and people who are simply responding to what they themselves have not healed or awakened. Attraction is an opening. It is not a guarantee. The Council asks you to stop giving sacred meaning to behavior that has not yet earned sacred trust. A powerful person can desire you and still be unprepared to love you well. A successful person can admire your strength and still try to access it without offering stability in return. A magnetic person can become fascinated by your presence while remaining attached to patterns that would injure your peace. Do not confuse someone's intensity with their capacity. Do not confuse their attention with their evolution. Do not confuse the way they make you feel with the way they are prepared to treat you. This is where the correction begins. There is a distortion moving through the spiritual and romantic collective, the belief that if a connection feels destined, you must endure uncertainty until the other person becomes ready. You have been taught to call waiting patience, to call anxiety intuition, and to call emotional inconsistency a test of faith. Some of you have been told that the more difficult the connection, the more profound the karmic bond must be. This has caused lightworkers to remain in situations where their needs are repeatedly postponed, their questions are avoided, and their dignity is treated as an obstacle to someone else's process. The Council rejects this distortion. The God of Truth does not require you to live inside a fog. Where there is wisdom, there is peace. Where there is genuine alignment, there may be mystery, but there will not be a continual demand that you deny what your body, your spirit, and the evidence are showing you. Your mission does not require you to accept deprivation as proof of devotion. You are not spiritually advanced because you can tolerate being ignored. You are not more loving because you can explain away betrayal. You are not demonstrating faith by accepting crumbs from someone who knows you are hungry. The wounded healer culture has taught many of you to overextend compassion toward another person while withholding compassion from yourselves. You have become fluent in understanding why someone cannot show up, but unfamiliar with the simple authority of saying that their inability does not make them suitable for your life. This is why you may have felt stuck. You sensed something genuine, but you also sensed that the connection was not yet functioning in a way that could sustain you. Instead of honoring both truths, you chose the one that kept you waiting. You focused on the glances, the chemistry, the synchronicities, the dreams, and the moments of unmistakable tenderness, while minimizing the periods of distance, ambiguity, avoidance, and emotional absence. You treated the potential as more real than the pattern. The elders see this clearly. You have been trying to prove that you are worthy of being chosen by someone who has already noticed your worth, but has not yet chosen the responsibility that comes with it. That is not your assignment. Your assignment is not to persuade another person to recognize what they already feel. Your assignment is to stand so fully in your own truth that only honest behavior can remain in your field. If this person is truly being drawn toward you, their movement will eventually become visible. Their words will become clearer. Their actions will become more consistent. Their courage will increase. You will not have to decode every interaction or ask the universe to translate basic consideration. A real connection may have challenges, but it will not demand that you betray yourself in order to preserve it. As Jesus taught, let your yes be yes and your no be no. Clarity is not a lack of spirituality. It is often the evidence that spirituality has become mature. Now the Council issues 3 directives for this phase of your mission, and they apply not only to this connection, but to every relationship that seeks access to your energy. The first directive is this: release the need to make the connection more meaningful than the evidence allows. You must stop carrying the entire spiritual interpretation of this relationship. Stop building a future from fragments. Stop assigning eternal significance to every coincidence, while ignoring what is plainly occurring in the present. The soul may recognize potential before the personality develops the courage to embody it, but potential is not a contract. It is an invitation for truth to be tested through time. honesty, and choice. Your attention is a creative force. Every hour you spend analyzing another person's hidden feelings is an hour removed from the life your own soul is asking you to build. Every time you make their uncertainty the center of your day, you place your mission beneath their indecision. The Council will not permit you to hand your authority to someone simply because they awakened longing within you. Release the need to know whether they are thinking about you every moment. Release the need to predict when they will return, confess, initiate, or finally understand. Release the need to maintain an invisible relationship in your imagination while the physical relationship remains undefined. You may leave room for possibility, but you must stop feeding possibility with your life force. In practice, observe what is actually offered. Write down the behaviors that create trust and the behaviors that create confusion. Do not interpret the list through fear or fantasy. Read it as an elder would read it, plainly, without punishment and without excuse. If the connection is worthy of your continued attention, clarity will not destroy it. If clarity dissolves it, then confusion was the structure holding it together. When you release the need to make the connection more meaningful than the evidence allows, your nervous system will begin to settle. The attraction may become cleaner. Your discernment will sharpen. You will no longer feel compelled to pursue signs because you will be watching for substance. From that position, the person who truly intends to meet you will have a clear path to do so, and the person who only wanted access to your imagination will lose the power to occupy it. The second directive is this: activate the standard of mutuality. You are not here to be admired from a distance while doing all the emotional labor. You are not here to be someone's secret refuge, private obsession, or temporary awakening. You are not here to inspire another person into transformation while receiving uncertainty in return. If someone is drawn to your light, they must learn to approach you with a light of their own. Mutuality means that interest moves in both directions. Effort moves in both directions. Vulnerability, respect, communication, and accountability move in both directions. This does not mean every moment will be perfectly equal. It means the relationship has an underlying willingness to meet, repair, and contribute. You are allowed to require that the person who wants access to your heart also demonstrate the ability to care for what they find there. This matters for your mission because the relationships around you shape the field through which you serve. When you remain entangled with someone who repeatedly destabilizes you, your energy becomes occupied with recovery instead of creation. You begin to doubt your intuition, postpone your work, and make decisions based on whether they might approve or return. A bond that continually diminishes your clarity is not automatically sacred because it feels intense. Activate mutuality by allowing the other person to reveal their level of investment without rescuing the connection. Do not send the message that relieves them from having to speak. Do not offer explanations they have not requested. Do not fill every silence because you're afraid the silence might tell you the truth. Give space for initiative to appear. Give time for consistency to form. Give the person the dignity of being responsible for their own choices. You may state your needs without issuing a threat. You may say that you value clarity, consistency, and respect. You may explain what kind of relationship you're available for, and then you may watch what they do with that information. The activation is not in demanding a particular outcome. It is in refusing to participate in an arrangement that requires you to become smaller, quieter, or endlessly patient. As you activate mutuality, your attraction will become a filter instead of a chain. You will still feel deeply, but you will no longer abandon discernment when you feel deeply. You will recognize that being chosen is not the highest achievement. Choosing well is. The person who is meant to walk beside you will not ask you to prove your love by accepting less than the respect you offer. The third directive is this: protect the peace from which your purpose operates. Your emotional field is not an unlimited resource. Protect your sleep, your concentration, your body, your creative energy, and your connection to the values that existed before this person entered your awareness. Do not allow romantic suspense to consume the hours that belong to your health and your calling. Do not let a question mark become the most important object in your life. The Council is not asking you to become cold. It is asking you to become well-governed. There is a difference between an open heart and an unguarded gate. An open heart can feel, discern, and choose. An unguarded gate permits every fear, fantasy, and external demand to enter without examination. The person drawn to you may be responding to the peace, self-respect, and creative force you possessed before you began wondering whether they wanted you. If you abandon those qualities to secure their attention, you are no longer offering your authentic presence. You are offering a performance shaped by fear of loss. The right connection will not require you to destroy the source of your magnetism. Protect your peace through concrete boundaries. Decide when you will check messages and when you will return to your own life. Do not repeatedly revisit their social pages, search for hidden meanings, or seek reassurance from strangers about private circumstances. When uncertainty rises, place your attention into a physical action. Walk, breathe, write, work, create, pray, or speak with someone grounded and trustworthy. Let your body learn that uncertainty does not require self-abandonment. Protect your standards by refusing to negotiate with behavior that repeatedly causes harm. Protect your vision by continuing the work that existed before this romance became emotionally important. Protect your inner life by remembering that no person, however attractive or powerful, is the source of your worth. They may recognize your value. They may complement your path. They may become a devoted partner, but they do not create the light you carry. These are the 3 directives. Release the need to make the connection more meaningful than the evidence allows. Activate the standard of mutuality and protect the peace from which your purpose operates. Do not turn them into ideas you admire. Put them into practice. The Council does not issue guidance for display. It issues guidance for embodiment. A sword resting in its sheath cannot defend the gate. Wisdom must become a choice, a boundary, a conversation, and sometimes a departure. Now listen carefully, because this is the point at which many of you have been waiting for an external authority to say what you already knew. You have been waiting for permission to stop pursuing what confuses you. You have been waiting for permission to receive direct communication instead of interpreting fragments. You have been waiting for permission to be desired without becoming available to disrespect. You have been waiting for permission to let someone prove their feelings through action, even if their delay means you must release the fantasy of what they could become. You have been waiting for permission to believe that love can be powerful without being painful, magnetic without being unstable, and spiritually meaningful without requiring you to surrender your discernment. By the authority of the High Council of Vega and the keepers of the Lyran Legacy, that permission is granted now. You are permitted to let the truth be simple. You are permitted to stop translating silence into devotion. You are permitted to stop treating your standards as barriers to love. You are permitted to be pursued with clarity. You are permitted to receive affection that does not leave you anxious about where you stand. You are permitted to ask for commitment, honesty, presence, and respect without apologizing for having a heart that deserves care. If this person truly sees you, they will not be threatened by your clarity. If they truly value you, they will not require you to remain confused so that they can remain comfortable. If their attraction is genuine and their intentions are aligned, your self-respect will not drive them away. It will reveal whether they came for your whole presence or only for the access your longing made available. You are not being told to deny the feeling. You are being authorized to place the feeling in its proper position. Let it inform you, but do not let it rule you. Let it awaken you, but do not let it possess your attention. Let it show you what kind of love your soul recognizes, and then require the physical world to meet that recognition with corresponding truth. The person who is drawn toward you may indeed be experiencing something significant. They may be reconsidering what they want. They may feel unusually affected by your presence. They may be carrying an attraction they have not known how to express. But their inner experience remains their responsibility. You cannot complete their courage for them. You cannot make their decision on their behalf. You cannot love them into a version of themselves they have not chosen to become. Your role is to remain available to truth and unavailable to self-betrayal. That is not rejection, it is reverence. It is the moment you stop asking, "How can I make this work?" and begin asking, "Does this honor what my soul has already learned?" Before this day ends, take a quiet moment with both feet on the ground. Place one hand over your heart and the other over your solar plexus. Breathe slowly until you can feel the difference between anticipation and inner knowing. Then speak these words aloud, not as a demand upon another person, but as a declaration of your own alignment. I release the need to build a future from fragments. I activate mutuality, clarity, and self-respect. I protect my peace, my purpose, and the truth of my heart. I welcome love that is demonstrated, not merely imagined. I remain open without abandoning discernment. I am worthy of being chosen clearly, consistently, and freely. My light is not a test for someone else to pass. My life does not pause while another person decides. I move forward in dignity, and what is aligned may meet me there. After you speak these words, do not immediately search for a sign. Do not reach for your phone to provoke a reaction. Do not ask the universe to prove that you said them correctly. Let the declaration become real through your next choice. Return to your work. Care for your body. Complete one task that belongs to your mission. Make one decision that honors your peace. That is how spiritual recognition becomes embodied authority. The message was never that you should surrender your power to the person who desires you. The message is that your presence has become impossible for someone to ignore, and now you must decide whether you will become impossible for yourself to abandon. Attraction may bring two people to the threshold, but character determines whether they can walk through it together. Chemistry can light the doorway, but consistency builds the home. This transmission is complete, but your discernment has just been activated. The High Council will not ask you to chase what is aligned. It will ask you to prepare yourself to recognize it, receive it, and remain whole within it. Move with the directives you have received. Release the fantasy that keeps you waiting. Activate the standard that makes love reciprocal. Protect the peace that makes your presence powerful. I am Zoran. The elders have witnessed your longing, your restraint, your questions, and the strength you have not yet fully claimed. You are not here to beg for a place in someone's heart. You are here to stand in the truth of your own heart and allow every person who approaches you to reveal whether they can meet you there. Your waiting for permission ends now. Your self-abandonment ends now. Your mission, your dignity, and your capacity to receive honest love are placed back into your hands. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments, which directive hit you the hardest, or what you're now ready to release, activate, or protect. Then respond to another Lightworker's declaration with recognition. This isn't content, it's collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it. And if you felt the elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You're not just watching, you're being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun.